How's it going, guys? My name is TheSwollenGamer, and welcome back to Swollen Comments. Last week, I had asked you, what is your worst/weirdest pet peeves, the weird things that just trigger you? How do you get triggered? So, let's get right into this shit. John Miller says, pet peeves. People who don't knock before entering. The door is closed for a reason. Not that reason, damn it. And no one is gonna believe me. Asa Dunn says, biggest pet peeve. People cutting me off to say something stupid. Yeah, I hate stupid things because I'm a nerd. Just type up GSMST. The freak is that? Gwinnett School of Mathematics, Science, Technology. Damn! Is that where you go? That sounds... you sound smart. Anyway, another pet peeve. Seeing something that's not mine did the wrong way and not being able to fix it. P.S. Read reply. Swollen, I love your videos. You deserve much more than 13K, and this season shows how much you care about your audience. Even if you can't feature it, you try to reply all you can. Not many YouTubers do that. Have a great day and make someone's day like you do on a daily basis. That's so nice. Thank you so much, Asa. I really appreciate it when you guys write stuff like that. Not just to like stroke my ego. It does help to ground me, I guess, a little bit and to realize that I'm still affecting people's lives, even if the numbers aren't up all the time. Janella Brio says, biggest pet peeve, I have misophonia. I recommend you look it up. Misophonia. Am I even saying that right? I'm looking up all kinds of things. A strong reaction to specific sounds. Oh God, okay. So certain sounds like chewing, crunching, loud breathing, etc. I think I have this. I think I literally have this. Make me feel anger and sometimes pain like a headache. Oh geez, you must have it like really severely. I hate when people eat with their mouth open, especially when it's loud. Yeah, that really pisses me off. Especially when I can hear them like loudly breathing while eating, like that. Oh, it like I just want to. Anyways, thanks for sharing. JK Trace Ninja says, when people ask me to talk to me like nothing is wrong, and when something obviously bothers me, and when people reject me trying to help them. Those are my pet peeves. I don't know if those are pet peeves as far as just reasoned reactions. Mr. Forever Epic Channel says, hashtag pet peeves. When people say Twilight is better than Harry Potter. Accuracy? Am I saying your name right? Says, my biggest pet peeve is when you don't do an intro like this. You like my intros, do ya? Yeah, sorry, there wasn't anything super spectacular about this video, probably. Disturbed Beast says, my worst peeves are, in no particular order. 1, people chewing with their mouth open. 2, sounds caused by humans / related to human activity at night after sunset. Wait, what? Oh! 3, the presence of light in general. Light? Really? 4, not getting very particular seat in the cinema, namely the very back, but 1 seat left of the middle seat. Okay, dude, these are kind of specific. That's actually kind of funny. 5, I cannot tolerate mentally, I guess, temperatures exceeding -4 to 13 degrees Celsius. I live in Australia, so freak my life. -4 is below freezing. Are you serious? Oh, so exceeding, so anything less than that or more than that, is that like a range? You can't handle anything above 13 degrees Celsius, which is like 55 Fahrenheit, which is very cool. Spoopy Jim Jr. says, when people stare at you in class, it's just so freaking annoying, and whenever I'm talking and someone interrupts me when I'm on a large rant, it's just so annoying. Random Freaks Production says, congrats my dude on 13K. My biggest pet peeve is when people call me Tay or Tay-Tay. That's not my name, it's Taylor. Taylor, come on, that's not that hard, LOL. Yeah, that'd be kind of weird. I always call people by their full name unless they specifically tell me to call them by anything different. I think coming up with random nicknames for people, especially when it's just like a name nickname, it's not like a true nickname. I just feel weird about that. Drunken Robot says, I'm a pretty chill human, but when people talk to fill space, or when people beat around the bush, or when humans talk about things they know nothing about. Come to think of it, people are my biggest pet peeve. Yeah, that's probably on my list. Lying Macaroon 64 says, my pet peeve is when someone takes a fork and scrapes it on a plate. Ooh. Yes, ponies are great. Well, thank you for your pony input. I guess that's a pet peeve. It doesn't really make sense that we're so repulsed to that sound. Like that, or nails on a chalkboard. It doesn't really make sense. Curio says, you don't have to read all of this in the video, Papa Swollen. My biggest pet peeve would absolutely have to be how all the cool kids from high school all of a sudden think that our nerd culture is the cool thing to do now. I hate it. Really? Is that a thing? I must be getting old, because that really wasn't a thing when I was in high school. And to be honest, that's the source of all the drama on YouTube now. The cool kids. It is should be just cause ranting, sorry bae. Weirdest pet peeve? How people have no organization when stacking dirty dishes in the sink. It would be a lot easier to clean if you just stack them according to size and soak them in hot water, just saying. Yeah, I really don't think about that. Probably because I'm the other end of that spectrum where I just throw whatever and anything. I did read the rest of your comment, Creo. I appreciate the kind words, dude. It really does mean a lot. Alyssa Panini says, pet peeves. This is kind of strange, but I get anxiety when my bedroom door is closed. I don't know why. I feel like a Demogorgon. What is that? It's gonna climb out of the wall and freaking kill me. Insert 11 eating waffle. I don't know what an 11 eating waffle is, but I guess I'll Google it and insert it if I can find anything just for you. Yeah, I feel like other people have told me that. For me, it doesn't really bother me. I just feel like the room gets stuffy when I do that, or it gets hot. I don't know. Maybe it's psychological. As we all know, I'm literally crazy, so there's that. I think you have to be a little crazy to make videos like this on YouTube. Like, who the freak does this? So weird. So weird. Cohen Noel says, my worst pet peeve is when you see a picture of a gorilla and you're in front of people and they see your dinga-donga, dinka-galang, because dicks out for Harambe. Wow. NJN Master says, I hate when people pull earbuds out of my ears to say something completely pointless. Who the freak does that, dude? Are you serious? Freaking slap them upside the face, dude. Barack O'Ferry says, my worst pet peeve is when people make stupid grammar mistakes, such as I've seen that before. And then Sark Naxney says, by the way, you made a grammar mistake in your comment. LOL, sorry, I pointed that out. Darn it. Christian Duran Zavala. Hold on, I think this is about to get pretty edgy. Hold on, frickers. Here goes biggest pet peeves. When guys have the same haircut, disobedient kids, fat people that wear really tight clothes, slow computers or phones, slow internet, when neighbors play loud crappy music, when people don't take care of their pets, when people disrespect their parents. That's it, fam. I'm getting mad just thinking about this. Just calm down, man. It's gonna be okay. Samantha Corey says, my biggest pet peeve is when somebody is talking shit about someone and then the next day they start to hang out with them. Like, why the freak? Bruce the Soldier says, my odd pet peeve is when the brass doesn't eject. If you remember anything of me, you'll know. The shell, right? Out of the gun. And the shell ejects out of the gun. Freshbuns.jpg says, I love your name and picture. That's awesome. My biggest pet peeve is when I ask people to have their dick out for Harambe. Why is there so many of these? And they just ignore me. Also, to add to that, my other pet peeve is when the Cincinnati Zoo shot her. It's too soon. I shouldn't be laughing at this. For real though, my pet peeve is when any human interaction whatsoever, and when somebody freaks with my OTPs. What? Oh, so it's like shipping and fandoms and stuff. I understand. I'm catching your drift. See, I'm obviously now well versed in internet culture. Exoloana Spud says, the absolute worst pet peeve of mine is something my friends like to call the wall. I could be walking down the sidewalk or hallway, already in a rush, and a group of people will be in a horizontal line in front of me and block the entire sidewalk or hallway while walking stupidly slow. Dude, I freaking hated that. I remember in high school people would do that. And even in college now, it's so annoying and awkward when you're walking like on a sidewalk outside and people are taking up the whole damn thing. Or you're trying to walk and you're behind them. It's the same thing. You're like behind them, but they're kind of like walking in a line like this, and it's awkward because you want to go around them because of how slow they're walking, but you don't want to seem rude. But at the same time, it's awkward because you go into the grass to walk around these assholes. I feel you. I feel you on that one. Lily Sweet says, my biggest pet peeve is when people who chew with their mouth open or chewing loudly. I hate that. Brady Kell says, my pet peeve is when people still use Harambe memes. I love Harambe. Soda Cap says, my pet peeve is definitely the fact rural areas aren't ever included in anything. I live in southern Indiana and everyone freaks out when a store closes or a new one opens. God, my life really does suck. Oh wait, I've got Rick and Morty recording. Never mind. Death Dan 45 says, my biggest pet peeves are when people chew with their mouth open when people don't close the door when they leave my room. Louis Duffy 67 says, biggest pet peeve is when Scarce doesn't upload.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Scarce.
Also, big congrats on 13K. Crazy to think I've been here since around 2K. He's been with me for a long time and I'm so surprised he stuck around because my content was not good back then. So I really do appreciate your support, man. Thank you to everyone who sent me their comments, as always. For next week, Flex Galaxy says, how would you survive a zombie apocalypse? Hope you use this vid idea. I like that idea. I think that's cool. It's kind of follows the scenario, but it's a little bit more fun because zombies are fun. How would you survive? What weapons? Would you build a shelter, or would you go AWOL? Would you be nomadic and just constantly travel around? Would you trust people who you meet on the way? I want the details. But try to keep it at a modest length so I can get through several of them. My pet peeves. Woo. Okay, my biggest one is the cookie cutter one, where people are breathing or chewing loudly or breathing loudly while chewing at the same time, and I can hear all these noises going through. I forget what that disorder was called. Yeah, it really gets under my skin. It really does. I can control it a little bit, you know, because obviously I'm going to be respectful. I'm not going to say anything. Another pet peeve I have, okay, in general with social media, whether it's Twitter or if it's Facebook, is when people bitch on the social media platforms and they specifically put their problems out there on social media because they want sympathy. Now look, we all have our problems, okay? I share my problems with you. And yeah, sometimes I talk about it, but that's just because I'm trying to be genuine, and it's not that I'm just bitching, it's just me kind of talking through things. But for some people, all they do is they just share their negative lives on social media all the time. It doesn't really matter what the subject matter is. Dude, we all have our issues. We all have our problems. Chances are we've gone through the same thing, but you know what? We don't have to post on social media about it. No, we just pick up our big boy pants and we move on. We move past the obstacles and the barriers and whatnot. You know, if you want to talk to a friend about your problems, fine, but don't put it out there on social media for the world to see. The world has enough problems. In fact, the world has bigger problems than what you have. So yeah, I kind of got edgy there. I think that was edge, right? That was interesting that just happened. If you guys missed Last Swollen Sunday, I would highly recommend you check it out. It was pretty funny. It's a little bit long, but as I mentioned at the end of that video, Extra Life is coming up this November 5th. That's all I'm gonna say in this video. I don't want to go too deep into details. It's called Extra Life. I'm going to be doing a live stream on twitch.tv/TheSwollenGamer, November 5th. Be there, be square, try to raise money for some really sick kids. I'm gonna be reminding you periodically. More updates are on the way, as well as more live streams, hopefully. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know by leaving a like, subscribe to join the Swollen family, and I'll see your beautiful faces in the next one. Goodbye.